You might have some crazy genetics that play into your favor and you don't actually know it. A lot of people like to think of their negative genetics. Maybe they have, bad calf insertions, or maybe they have, small arms or whatever else. But on the other side, you might actually have some very, very good genetics that you don't think of. And I'm going to explain a couple so that maybe you can realize that there's some that you have. So this one's a little bit more talked about, but I still wanted to address it, and that's your clavicle width. So from shoulder point to shoulder point, that's going to be your clavicle width. And so if you have a wide clavicle, that's actually great for you because you can have a wider waist and still get away with it because your shoulders are just so broad. And then on the other side, for women, they want to have wider hips. So if you have wider hips, that's actually more beneficial for you because your waist is going to look smaller then, even if your waist is still wide because of the fact that your hips are so wide. All right, so now we're going to get into a couple that people don't talk about as much. So now for one of the less talked about ones, this is going to be arm length. For men, generally speaking, you want shorter arms because your muscle is going to be more compact then into a smaller area, and so your arms are going to look bigger. For women, usually they want slender arms. They don't want, as big of arms. Some women do, but for the most part they don't, and so you would want to have longer arms. And the same logic can be applied to legs. If you want to have bigger legs, you want to have shorter legs. One genetic benefit that I have is that I have shorter legs, but I have longer arms. So my legs look good, but my arms could definitely use some work. And now to the big downside for me, chest genetics. So I don't have great muscle building chest genetics, but I also don't store a lot of fat in my chest. So there isn't fat there to compensate for the lack of muscle, so my chest just kind of looks flat for the most part. When I flex, is my chest striated and do I have a vein running through my chest? Yeah, but it's not that big. So if you hold fat in your chest, whether you're a man or a woman, that's very beneficial for you. So even if you're a guy, you want to hold fat in your chest because you don't have to have as much muscle then because it's just going to look bigger because there's, mass there. If you want me to cover more of these that I've found or other ones that you have examples of, drop them in the comments.